In tonight's Consumer Alert, more than 133 billion pounds of food is sent to landfills every year in the United States. And those numbers have prompted the creative forces behind one brewery to take action. They're turning leftover bread into beer. And as Kenneth Craig explains, their leap into a multi-billion-dollar craft beer industry is just the beginning of a full-circle sustainability effort.
It's 7:30 in the morning, and Maddie Holtzman has more bread on her hands than she can carry. But these leftovers aren't going into the trash. They'll eventually wind up in a glass. The scraps are a key ingredient in Holtzman's American Pale Ale.
Today alone, we rescued 500 pounds, and this is a relatively small-scale brew.
That's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of bread, and it was not hard to do.
The hoppy treat is made with surplus bread from bakeries and grocery stores.
All of the magic is happening in these two tanks.
The concept, called Toast, started in London and is now being launched in New York City. The goal is to cut down on food waste while serving up an easy-to-drink brew any beer lover can get behind.
We use 40% bread and then 60% malted grain.
But the sustainability effort doesn't end here. In fact, it goes full circle.
Some companies are actually taking what's left over from the brewing process and turning that
into bread again. At Hune Bakery, they promote sustainability efforts by taking spent grain from local brewers and adding it into a popular artisanal bread.
People request it on a pretty frequent basis. They love the idea of using a product that would normally just go to waste.
The grains add texture to the bread, not beer flavor.
The silkiness, I think that tender crumb is what they really like.
Back at Toast, Holtzman is getting ready to distribute her brew.
That's good.
People taste them like, oh, this tastes like good beer. And we're like, yeah, that's the point.
The company eventually plans to pour any profits into charity. Until then, they're toasting their success.
Beer made from bread has a long history, going back to the ancient Sumerians in 4000 BC and continuing until today. Home brewers can find recipes on the internet if they want to give it a try. The Minnesota Twins looking to make a run back to the top of the AL Central. Alex will be in with highlights later in sports. And a father's call for action after his son's jugular vein was sliced open during hockey practice.